Come on. Now, 2.
You're listening to the Get Peeled podcast, a space for life enthusiasts to get inspired, learn through others about fitness, business, relationships, and life itself. I'm your host, Hannah Eden, a fitness entrepreneur that has an obsession with sweating and a burning desire to share and inspire others with the lessons that I have learned through fitness. Hello, welcome back to the Get Peeled podcast. I'm Hannah Eden, your host.
I'm Paul Barreto.
And today we have Brian Elis from Gainz Box in the house.
Founder and CEO, one of our good friends.
That's right. In the garage. I'll set the scene in just a second. I'm going to represent my shirt right here. We are currently in Montana, and Brian has come to visit, and we are sat in the garage part of our home in our trailer. Mm-hmm. We're about to eat some brie. We are sipping on some presses. If you don't know what press is, you should by now. And what are these? Snicking on curry chips.
Curry chips, yeah.
Did anyone try it yet?
Try in the car.
They're okay.
He doesn't like curry.
Yeah.
You don't?
No,
Oh,
zero.
Well, that's kind of stale.
Well,
they're
but
not
we can
good.
put it in the oven, yeah.
They're not good. Anyway,
Tastes good.
Put them with the wine.
put them in the wine. Yeah, with the wine that's not good either. We just spent way too much money on a locally...
We have a rule, babe. We have a rule with wines like that.
Yeah, a locally made wine, and it wasn't too good, but down to support the locals, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, today we're going to just have a conversation and allow you guys to listen in. Every time we meet, we always try and conversate with our friends or our guests with 3 different topics that we touch on: personal life, business, and relationships. Let's start with business so we can kind of get to know Brian a little bit more. So tell us about Gainz Box, man. What is that?
Sure. We are a quarterly subscription box for fitness. We moved to quarterly just recently, and we've been doing it for over 6 years now.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
The majority of what we do is we try to get different brands in the box so we can promote them to the demographic we captured.
Very cool. And you've worked with some pretty big names.
All the big names.
Yeah, all the big names in the fitness industry, to say the least. I mean, you've done stuff with, let's even go through the
Drop some.
Alyssa.
Drop some names, man.
Shit, Hannah Eden is one of those.
Last year, June 2020.
Yeah, I think 2020 was one of our best years. So there was a stretch where we did Jen Wiederstrom, and then we did Hannah. Steffi Cohen was in there. Rich Froning was in there.
Yeah.
We did like a CT Fletcher box. Jason Kalipa was in there. I've done Josh Bridges a couple times. Brooke Entz a couple times.
Demi.
Demi Bagby.
Combo box, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
We did a Demi Bagby box back in 2016 when she was 14 or 15 years old.
That's so crazy to think about.
She was still doing backflips like that.
It's wild, right?
Yeah.
She's...
So much growth.
Yeah.
It's crazy because the world is watching this girl grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And now she's been in the fitness industry for a while. And she's, what, 20?
Yeah. She's
And man, she's setting a good example too.
Absolutely. And living the coolest life. I mean, from an outsider, living life on her own terms, which is cool.
Yeah. It's been great because Orange County, where Gainz Box's headquarters and I live, is it's a hotbed for fitness. So it's funny, it's been there a lot, and then a lot of Miami, Florida area as well. Because Noah Olson's another one we did. So that was another Florida guy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, our box was an interesting story actually. Now it's been said and done, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fucking nuts.
Oh my god, this is a cool experience actually, and I'm glad that we get to share it. So, we met through Lorelei a little while ago, right? Talked about doing this box, and then I think we hung out and like kind of clicked as friends.
Yeah.
And decided to make this box happen, and I was so excited about it, and we decided to put inside of the box bands, jump rope, shorts, popcorn, a no-co can. Mm-hmm. We had a pamphlet that gave everyone a free month of the training and a discount code for FYR Apparel, and I think also something for like the daily sweat, right? Mm-hmm. So Brian trusted me to make an order with our contact for some of the bands and ropes in China, right? And this is 2020, June. We all know what happened that year. The old pandy went down, right? We're in a pandemic. The whole world shut down, and there was a lot of issues with getting stuff out of China and getting it in and importing, obviously. And my guy, man, we also gave ourselves like a 3-month padding.
Yeah, we
right?
put it in way early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we were concerned about it. And well, that didn't help, and it got held up not at customs, but at the port.
You got held up because the communication was just nuts.
Yeah, it was so wild.
The connect was like, oh, it's there, and we're like, okay, give us a contact.
Yeah.
It took
And then
3
they're like,
weeks
"It's not
to
there
find out
anymore."
the contact.
Because you guys usually get your stuff shipped straight to you, like
Yeah.
in boxes, right?
Yeah.
But this one was going through
Through
the
Matson.
Long Beach port, which is
I
close.
wonder
to
why, or
it's
is it
close
always
to
like
me.
that?
I don't know.
I mean, it's close to me, but I think it's because the order.
Oh,
Was
because
so,
we put it for your
It was
address,
so
right?
big
Mm-hmm.
that they're not just gonna send boxes, so they
Right.
put it on the
container,
Pallet.
yeah.
on the ship.
Yeah.
Because you guys probably get air freight,
Yeah, exactly. We never had to deal with that because it was a
Oh, it
lot.
was full pellets.
Yeah,
full
we had
pallets, and it came
12,000
over on a
units.
boat.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So we got blocked
And that-
up.
but that's why we put it in so early,
Yeah.
so that we can get a cheaper price. It comes
Yeah.
over on a boat. It's much cheaper than if they fly it over.
Man, well, it backfired because it got held up. So somehow I turned into a total psychopath and stayed up all night and found out this random cell phone number that kept popping up and it had no name attached to it. And I called it and called it and called it, and then I texted it. I was like, I have no idea who this
No,
is.
so the connect in China said it's with this company, and you started googling the company.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean it's with this company? And they're like, someone's gonna drop it off in a car. I'm like, what fucking car? Like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be on a boat. Everything was going wild.
It was really weird.
And then I found a company, and then I found a guy, and I found him. I think his name was John, right?
And lucky enough, the guy was the owner.
Yeah, it's so
Of
random.
that
What
company.
are the chances, man?
And I talked to him, and he was like, there's nothing I can do. You know, there's so much delay. We're backed up by like 3 months. And I said, well, fuck, what can I do? I was like, I'll pay anything. I have to give this guy, I deliver what I said I was going to do. And we had a deadline to hit. And then he goes, I was like, I'll pay. I don't care. And then he was like, I need to talk to people. And then he talked to people and then got back to me and was like, he's like, all right, we can do it. So we just agreed on a price. And I showed up to the port with a bottle of Johnny Black whiskey. And I think it was like 700
It was
bucks in
funny
cash.
because we said, "What do you drink, man?" You asked him, and he goes, "Oh, I like whiskey." I'm like, "We'll buy a bottle. Like, it's gonna be the bottle." And he goes, "No, I like Johnny Black."
Yeah.
okay.
I
And
knew
we're
what
like,
he wanted.
"Okay, are you sure? Like a Macallan? No.
Sure, yeah.
Johnny,
Johnny
Black."
Black.
I'm like,
You don't want the
"All right."
blue, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Just black.
Easy.
That's what?
Easy.
Yeah.
No, I think we actually got him a better.
No,
Better
Johnny
bottle.
Black. Johnny fucking Black.
That was it. So we rented a U-Haul, showed up to the port, and literally he opened up the container, and we went in and handpicked every single box out and
I didn't know this
drove
part of
it.
the
Oh
story.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy
drove
thing
it
is,
all
it
the way.
was a parking lot with dozens of containers.
Yeah.
And
So
he goes, "All
you got the
right,
treatment.
I heard about it, so let me go get it." And the guy comes back 30 minutes and he goes, "Guys, your container was in the line, and we only would have gotten to your container, I don't know,
Like 3 months.
12 weeks from now."
And when
If you-
what
if
date
you-
was this?
This was
This was in May or
no, the day
No.
that we dropped it off was the
Yeah.
day that
I remember it was a
I
Saturday.
needed it, right?
it was
Yeah.
very close.
You said that
it was a
Monday
Saturday.
you're going to start packing.
Yeah, it was a Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
remember leaving my house to go to my warehouse to meet you guys.
Yeah.
But I can't believe you guys fucking flew over here.
Yeah, we had to jump on a plane, man. I had to stay true to my word. I could not
Because
deliver.
No, because it was under your name too. There wasn't even a possibility of saying, "Hey,
If we
our
wanted to
friend
get
is
off
gonna
the
go get
container,
it." Because the guy's like, "I need your ID, I need this," because it's under your
Really?
name.
And your name was on there?
Yeah.
Did
Right.
you guys go
Good
right
call.
home after that?
no. We stayed in that Taylor's house, and that was when she got on the FaceTime with you and was like,
Our friend, that's the drummer,
The drummer in the band.
for San Mateo.
Yeah. Well, that was a great story. So, we had a great box, but we delivered, and that was epic. But, man, I love the story of how Gainz Box started. We talked about it a little bit on the hike, but tell us about that, man. It's cool.
Yeah, so well, I mean, a little bit, but even before what I told you, I had started doing CrossFit in like 2014, and I went to a CrossFit gym near my house, and my business partner, turned into my business partner. She was my first coach.
Oh, no way. I didn't know that.
She taught my class, yeah, my essentials class. And she was like winning local competitions and shit, so it was really cool. She did that, and then like we didn't, really do anything with the business until later on when we were all at a CrossFit competition she was competing at, and I was wearing a T-shirt that was a men's club subscription box, and I was looking around at all these little booths selling shit, and I was looking at my shirt, and I was like, "Hey, Michelle, what if why isn't there like a box like this one? It was 5'4" Club, who are really big now. Why isn't there a box like this for CrossFitters? And she was like, I don't know. They have them for makeup because she was in the beauty industry. She was like, we should do one. I was like, fuck yeah, we should do one. If they don't have one, like, I love doing this because I don't want to go shopping. And she was like, well, why don't you come over to my house tomorrow and talk to my husband? And then the next day I went over there with a bottle of whiskey.
There you go.
Johnny Black.
Yeah, right.
Not Johnny Black, probably.
And then we started meeting like almost every day. And then so we did 6 months of meeting. He was going to UC Irvine at the time getting his MBA. So like we had access to like the classrooms at night. So like
awesome.
we would whiteboard everything. And then we incorporated in December of 2014. And then June of 15 we put our first box out.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's so
June of
freaking
what?
cool.
15.
June of 15, yeah. It's
Wow,
amazing.
man.
And how was the putting together the first box?
It was
What kind of box was it? Who was
the
it?
most difficult thing ever.
Yeah.
We capped it at 250 units. We ended up selling out of them, but it was literally going to brands. You don't even want to know what was in that box. We had this brand that had T-shirts that changed. It was okay. They changed when you sweat. We begged them for free T-shirts, and so we gave them a size breakdown. We thought we were getting all the same shirts. We get this box delivered to us, and he's in like Connecticut. There were tank tops, there were T-shirts, there was long sleeve shirts. There were some shirts that looked exactly like this that said U.S. Army. I'm like, what the fuck is this? and we were like, we have to use this shit. This is all we have. And then we had these like little things you put on your shoes called schwings. They look like wings that you put on your shoes. Like, when you run, it looks like you're running fast. We had
That's great.
Yeah. So like we were actually
Schwings.
Yeah. So we were actually packing those boxes in my business partner Ken and Michelle in their garage.
That's amazing.
So it was a garage probably this wide. So like
wow.
we literally like had boxes on the ground, trying to pack these boxes, running into each other, trying to check stuff off on the computer.
Oh my gosh.
So that
trying to do that and not miss a box. Is gonna be
Right.
fucking
And how
nightmare.
was the process of acquiring the first 250 customers? Where did they come from? How? It's a lot of customers, man.
Yeah, I mean 250 was a lot, and then the next month we went to 500.
How?
But it was just a lot of Facebook ads. It was a lot of getting some of those boxes beforehand and sending them to some of the local athletes that we knew. And back then was when Instagram was just getting started.
Yeah.
So people wanted to post shit, and they were posting for free at that time. They were like, "Oh, look what I got! I got this fucking box of fitness stuff." So that was super helpful for us, and we rode that Instagram wave probably for like a good. I mean, we still obviously use it. It's a major driver still, but I'd say like the first, 3-4 years, it was just send boxes out, post, fucking sales go through the
That's
roof.
amazing.
And that's all it was.
So
for
let's
like
just
3-4
have a
years.
comparison there. Like, you don't need to drop any names, but 5-6 years ago, people used to post on Instagram for free. What's the most expensive rate that you've heard? No name dropping, but like just to have people understand.
I mean,
That you went like, huh?
and things have
what?
changed. Like a feed,
lot.
sometimes feed posts can be up to, $4,000 or $5,000, and they only stay on for I'll keep this on for a week, and then
It's insane.
and then it's being
The feed
erased.
post.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
and then story posts. I don't know, up to $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Yeah, that's
obviously
insane.
those are 24 hours. So
Yeah, things have
Yeah.
changed, huh?
it's changed
But
a
also
lot, yeah.
marketing and as a whole has totally changed, right? Because the ways that you used to try and get things out there have totally changed to just social media.
And it's eyeballs. All you want it's eyeballs. People to see your brand, and that's really cool. And who came up with the name? How was the picking the name process?
I don't exactly know how that name came up. I think we had a bunch of stuff on a whiteboard, and it was, I think, with an S, and we wanted to be a little bit different, so we changed it with a Z. And we were just thinking Gainz in a box,
Yeah, man.
Go to the gym to get Gainz.
And it's true. It's
I
like
love
there's a lot of subscription boxes in makeup and I used to be part of like Shoe Dazzle and do like clothing and stuff.
Did they send you shoe wings?
They didn't send me swings, man. So
I need
they
to
failed.
see this.
That's great. You're gonna pull it up.
Yeah.
But
It's probably on like one of our very first posts.
That's
but I
amazing.
think they're still in business.
That's so great.
You can get some.
If anyone's looking for some swings, we'll put it in the show notes.
W?
SCHWINGS.
Swings. That's a great name.
Yeah.
Shoes with wings. That's awesome. But you know, oh man, I gotta look at this. Oh, that's so great.
Are they on there?
They're so great. Yeah.
Let me
I
see
kind of
them
want
now.
a pair.
These things?
Yep. Yeah, that's them.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
But for
That
real,
is
even though I
awesome.
love shoes and I love makeup and I love clothing, after a while I used to get sick of it. But with Gainz Box, every time the box comes in, I'm psyched. Because it's like, man, first of all, you're going to have an epic snack in there, you know?
Yeah.
And the products are really useful. They're shit that you actually use. Like, I could probably pull a few things from the camper now that we have that come in the box, you know?
100%. There's always one thing that I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah.
I
Damn
remember
it.
getting a phone
Yes.
Connect, like, phone device that had a magnet in it once.
Yeah,
Like,
the
that
C
is sick.
clamp,
Yeah,
yeah.
we still
Yeah.
use it in the studio. Like, really
There's
useful,
one to
cool
me
stuff.
that is one of my favorites. Caffeine Kilos. It's a
Oh, yes.
it's a stainless steel bottle.
Shall I get it?
Keeps it hot. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
It's right here.
keep describing it.
It's a stainless steel bottle. Keeps it hot. And it's a French press.
Yeah,
man.
it's got the French press in it.
It's
yeah.
got a little stick with a French press thing.
I was drinking out of it yesterday.
If you're
Yeah.
not, if you're
Yeah.
not watching this, then
Yeah.
you should be. If you're just listening.
Exactly. This was awesome.
Ta-da! Caffeine and kilos, by the way. Shout out to the homies.
With
Look
the
at
French
that.
press,
Danny, yeah, it has a French press in it.
So
Pretty
it's
nuts.
really cool. So obviously, like any French press, you fill it up with a bean, with a ground bean.
Ground
And
a bean.
Then you put the hot water, and once you press down, that's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to pour it down. You just keep on sipping all day long, and it keeps the
And everyone, when we
amazing.
go on these jobs, always talks about it. Like, pal, you bring a French press this time?
yeah, man.
Kind of
Really?
cool. Yeah, cool
Yeah,
and bougie.
because whenever I go on the
like
Nordic
that.
Trek high fit shoots, man, we're staying in hotels, and because the call time is so early in COVID times, they're not doing like breakfast and all that
Oh, yeah.
stuff. It's sometimes it's breakfast in the room, which is awesome,
Yeah.
but no coffee.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's that like big old capsule of coffee that tastes
Keurig
like crap,
cakes.
the Keurig stuff. And then here comes me with the gourmet
French
shit.
press, yeah.
And I'm like, guys, if you want this tomorrow, be in my room by 6:50. I'll have it for everyone.
One at
and
a
everyone
time.
starts coming. I'm like, shh, here we go.
Oh, so you make multiple.
Yeah, man, it's amazing. I'm telling you.
That's good. I'm
So
glad. I'm glad
good.
that's the point of it. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
it
it.
really is.
So
It
people
really,
want,
really is.
you know.
I love it.
So that's amazing. I love hearing about the beginning of things, and I mean, you guys are still doing so great, man. And
Thank
switching
you.
from monthly to quarterly is
Yeah.
a new move.
It was a new scary move.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, doing the monthly boxes for 6 years, like, proved beneficial, but we saw that we were spending too much money on certain things, and we did have a lot of our subscribers say that they were getting product fatigue. So, you can only have so many wrist wraps, so many t-shirts before they cancel. And we actually had our subscribers stay on for 7 months, which is above industry average for a subscription.
That's awesome.
But we did decide to move to quarterly, which it ends up being the same price. So it's fine for the subscribers.
Yeah.
What's the price? Tell everyone what. How can they?
Yeah, it's $99, and depending on where you live, it's between $10 and $15 in shipping.
Cool, man.
And they get one box every quarter.
Every 3 months. Yeah.
And what's the retail value of everything that's in the box?
It'll be at least $250 or more.
It's a deal.
So
That's
our
so
first one, Q3, it was $250. Q4, we're already at $290, and I'm just about done putting the finishing touches on it.
Very cool,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm gonna get one of these boxes.
Yeah.
That's,
We just got our
that's how
Gainz
nice
Box
is that?
bottle. It was awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, that's a sneak peek
This is
right
it.
there.
That's a sneak peek.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, do it.
Oh.
Do it. Let's get it.
Gainz.
That-
This is
so
what we're all
the
looking
box
for.
that'll be in is Q4, which will be on sale September 1.
Awesome.
There you go.
So that's coming, that's
Awesome.
coming right up, yeah.
Oh yeah, and this will drop right by then, so that'll be perfect timing.
Oh, sweet.
And dude,
Oh, yeah.
Hannah and I, we're obsessed with this.
Yeah,
We have a problem. Have a few problems in our lives.
we do.
Backpack is one. It is.
You have a huge problem with hats.
Backpack. No, but I wear them. It's okay. But
I feel
backpack.
like you have a problem with a lot of things.
Yeah.
No. I don't. No, I have a
Shoes?
bunch.
What is it
No, I
that you
don't.
see? What do you see?
Shoes.
Do I?
I think so. I mean,
Oh.
I've seen multiple pairs of shoes since I've been here.
And we live in an RV and he
No,
wears white
she's,
fucking shoes.
She's the shoes?
Bro,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so
you can even lie. I mean, you won't even.
I
It's
have a
like
problem with shoes, but not on this trip.
it's like you won the game last night, and like, how many props do you have? I don't
Not
have
a lot.
I don't have several.
Yeah, we have an ongoing championship going on in this RV household right now.
This game,
Yep.
by the way, is the best game.
It is.
Buy it.
It's Monopoly Deal, and it's in a card game,
Yeah.
and it's epic.
It's a variation of Uno, pretty much, but Monopoly style.
But you have a lot more thinking to do.
Monopoly rules.
Monopoly
Yeah.
rules,
Uno,
and
yeah.
much cooler than Uno.
Yeah.
This is
And
cool.
Paolo has a couple of different versions he like to play.
Yeah,
we need to still
versions
figure out
versions
tonight
that
what we
usually
want.
takes me to the W, and that's what's
The
been
win.
going on.
Yeah, unfortunately. What's the score right now?
Too many against too
Too
little.
It's like,
So I do think you have a problem with hats, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I like
That's what it
hats,
is.
man.
Yeah.
I got a bean, and I like hats.
You
Yeah.
got a bean.
I got a bean. This is true. So we touched on Gainz Box as a whole, right? But Brian, here's Brian, man.
It's
Who
me.
is the mystery behind the man? Like, who are you? Not something that. Well, but first of all, you are a big part of the brand with your business partners.
Yeah.
But I'd say that you're, we know you. You're our point of contact. You're our friend.
Mm-hmm.
But we have gotten to know you obviously on this trip and other trips that we've done. But
Yeah.
you got a lot more going on in your life than just this.
Yeah.
So what do you like to do for your own personal self? What gets you ticking?
Well, being in the fitness space, I do love the gym. I love being fit.
Oh yeah,
You know.
let's put a little pin there. The guy's gained 20 pounds of muscle since the last time. we
Yeah,
seen him.
that's true, huh?
Looking
Yeah.
jacked, bro. Looking
Absolutely.
good.
Thank you.
When you,
Looking good.
dude, I was gonna say this. I'm glad that he brought that up in the conversation. When you pulled up, and like, what's going on, man? And then we hugged. I'm like, motherfucker looks. Feels,
I just
feels
thought,
tough.
I'll be honest with you, I was like, man, he's got like a big jacket on. And then we were
Just-
somewhere, we took the hike when we went for lunch.
Uh-huh.
And then you took your waterproof jacket off and you had a t-shirt on. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's not layers,
Good for
that's
you.
muscle.
Yeah,
It's real muscle.
it's just been a lot of eating, and that's what's been missing. I've been working out probably in like a gym setting since I started Gainz Box.
Yeah.
And what's been missing is that diet.
Tell
Like,
us your 6 meals, what your macros are.
It's really boring. Monday through Friday, it's 6 to 7 ounces of meat. So, as a single guy, I'm just making probably 5 to 6 pounds of ground meat or chicken at a time,
That's
and
easy.
then a shit ton of white rice.
Nice.
And so it's 160 grams of white rice and 6 to 7 grams of meat 6 times a day.
6 times a day.
And how did you get to it? Did anyone did your macro count? You just researched?
Yeah, this guy I'm working with now, I've never had a trainer before, but I hired a trainer I see twice a week, and he's a bodybuilder, so he's helped me a lot.
Gotcha.
It's a different style workout because I'm actually able to go for failure, and actually having a spotter I think has has helped me tremendously building muscle and stuff.
Yeah. And I'll chime in here. You're a very sharp tool, man. Like, you go at it in
Yeah.
everything that you do,
Yeah.
which I think is cool about your boxing coach, which is always nice to know about who is the person behind this successful brand, right? Like, you can't have someone that's lazy stand behind a brand that does so well, right? And to understand what kind of individual you are, what certain, I don't know, habits that you have in your life.
Yeah.
I think, and it's also mindset, like the boxing coach that you were telling me about.
Yeah.
How, like, you can't just go there. You have to be accepted into him.
Yeah, he's great, and boxing has been something I've been doing for 3 months now, and it's mentally draining and physically draining, but it's both, and it's so tough. One of the harder things I've done, and he has the right mindset, and I had to basically go to him, and I felt like I was at a tryout. And he was I'm going to see if I want to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want to work with somebody that was just going to mail it in, just go for once a week workout and you know, and go home. He wanted to see me progress. And then he allowed me to come back, which was great.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Sharp individual.
Yeah.
Very sharp. And another one in there is maybe just a really good shooter as well. Clay.
Oh yeah,
shooting.
we've been shooting.
What's
Yeah,
that all
yeah,
about?
we've gone shooting the last 2 days.
we have. We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was excited to see you guys would be down.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, I brought my gun. But yeah, I've been doing competitive clay shooting.
That's
which,
amazing.
I want to get into that so bad. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd be good at it.
It's
It's a lot of fun. And yeah, like I was telling you, it's almost like a golf course where you go to different stations and 4 clays will come out.
Would love to do that.
And yeah, you hit them and then you see.
And that's a shotgun, right?
Yeah.
For those that don't know.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, we've been over here in Montana. You're allowed to do that kind of thing. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
So
We've been
we,
practicing it.
yeah, got a bunch of cans, put them in the field, and went at it. And then today we went to the store and bought a target.
Yeah, that
a
metal
lot of
target.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, power's pretty damn good.
I fucked the target up.
Yeah, you did. You went to town today.
Bam. Oh man.
I left with none today.
It's
I gotta
okay.
redeem
It's
myself.
tough. It's really tough.
I was better at the cans yesterday, you know?
True. You got one really good shot in the can. That was epic.
Yeah, that metal target
was like-
today was kind of buried
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a little
it was
low
a little
into,
buried in
into
the-
the weeds, into the poison ivy.
into the poison oak. Yeah.
That's amazing. But you're rare. You're a savage individual, and we were
Thank
just
you.
talking about the 40 tattoos, right? This guy has a lot of tattoos. You probably can't see because
Oh, yeah.
he's wearing a long sleeve, everything.
It's
But
fucking cold
you
here.
have it is really cold. How many tattoos do you have? Do you know?
I don't know.
His whole
I mean-
body is covered, right? Do you have anything that's not? You have
Whole
both of your
body?
arms.
Chest, right? You
Not
got
this arm and then not this leg.
Okay,
Yeah.
But-
most everything else, yeah.
that's pretty rad.
sick.
Yeah.
Pretty rad. Where was your first tattoo?
I put my name on my side.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But do you have a tattoo on your leg that says 40?
hmm
That's,
So yeah,
I
40.
like that.
I got that after listening to David Goggins' audiobook. He talks about, you know, most people give up what they're doing when they're uncomfortable at 40%, and we all have that 60% left in the tank that nobody really taps into. So me and my buddy were reading that book at the same time and kind of using that to drive each other at the gym, just yelling at each other when we wanted to quit. 40%.
Yeah.
And I think it rings true. Like most people, when they do get uncomfortable, they just want to quit, and
Yeah.
and then they don't pursue anything else. And it's like you have so much more potential left.
Yeah.
So it's a little reminder.
It is indeed. People don't like being
100%.
uncomfortable. We've been talking about that a lot, planning our next program for 2022. And it's like the first stage of it was like 4 weeks. Every time we have a week, we have a theme that we align with the week. And the first one is wake up. And we're talking about how most people stay asleep their whole life
Yeah.
until they're about to die, you know, which hopefully is a long-lived life. And if it is, it's my worst fear, I think. And my goal now is to have everyone also have that as a worst fear, is laying on your deathbed at 18, going, fuck, man, I wish I lived more.
I wish I did this.
At this, I
yeah.
wish I did that.
That'd
I
be
wish I did
horrible.
this.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, just from having people so close to us that are so young die, it's like, fuck, well, you can't be like, I'm young now, I'll do that later. Like,
Yeah.
youth isn't on your side, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not always. So, it's a
It's
reminder to live.
Yeah, it's like, why are you doing it later if you can do it now?
Right,
Yeah.
You know?
right. I'd rather do it while I'm healthy,
Yeah.
young, and able, rather than waiting till you retire, right? To, like, go see this place or go visit this place. Like,
And there's
do it
ways
now,
of
man.
doing it. I mean, especially doing what we do and being in this line of work, it's very common to become very obsessed with what you do. And always trying to find, like you said, the next challenge. What's next?
Right.
That has to keep going because it's part of the people who we are. But there's ways of finding a balance.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you being here right now.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
But on the
You
flip
like
side of
doing
that,
what we're
most
doing.
people don't have that drive. Most
That
peop- you know,
drive.
most people, that's just like, wake up, man. Once you feel it, and we woke up, we now are woke, you know, but we weren't always woke.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to stay woke, like the young kids say, you know?
I know.
But it's a scary thing, so it's cool. You do a lot too, and
Yeah.
you've done a lot, you know, prior to Gainz Box. What did you do there? Like, it's not your first.
Yeah, I mean,
venture.
I did mortgages for 6 years. So I was literally behind a computer with a phone and a headset, just dialing from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., making really good money. I was good at selling loans, but it was, I was making millions of dollars for someone else.
Right.
And it, although I was good at it, it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I ended up doing that and Gainz Box for 6 months simultaneously, which was fucking very difficult. Yeah, because I'd wake up at 5 a.m., go into the office, and then at 6 p.m. when I got off, I would meet with my business partners, and we'd continue to plan. And then when Gainz Box got started, I wasn't making anything from Gainz Box, so I would still need to get that mortgage paycheck.
Yeah.
And then it was just, I was packing boxes until midnight,
Wow, man.
so that we can get those out.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And, just from getting to know you and talking with you, like, it's pretty cool to see how even now you've been successful, you still keep going and you're still looking for new things to do.
Yeah.
And COVID, almost like rocked everyone's world, right? And you guys made decisions after COVID. Was COVID during the time that we had to think, slow down, like this space where you were like, and just to rewind and give a little bit more of a idea of where I'm going here is that we all start something because we feel passionate about it, right? If you're going to do something like that. But the longer you get into it and the more successful that passion becomes, comes a lot of responsibility, a lot of hours, a lot of stress, a lot of work, right? And a lot of sacrifices. I don't like calling them sacrifices, but a lot of choices that you have to make that maybe you wouldn't want to make if you didn't have this passion project, which is your business. And that comes at a price, for everyone. But you did make changes after COVID. Now, going from monthly to quarterly has been a big pivot, a big scary change. But how does it make you feel? Has it been a good one?
Yeah, I mean, this first quarter was very difficult. It was almost like starting over. And it was like, I knew we'd be successful, but it kind of felt like a part of me was like, is this going to go through? Will there be a quarter four?
Yeah.
Like, it was super scary. I mean, the transitions like that always don't go as well as planned. And ours didn't. But, we were resilient and we were able to overcome a lot of it. And now, looking into Q4, I'm super stoked. And, another thing that was changed with quarterly for Q4 was, we've packed each and every box ourselves in our warehouse. And in Q4, we've hired a company to do that for us. Yeah. So having all of that inventory that comes in, you saw how much you brought to me. Yeah. Imagine that times 5, because I have 5 brands in the box. And now quarterly, I have 8 brands, 9 brands, 10 brands in the box. So I don't even know if my warehouse would have been able to hold everything. Yeah. So now we have a fulfillment center, and they'll be packing all the boxes. So,
amazing.
Yeah,
that's great.
Does that feel good?
Absolutely. It's quarterly, and the fulfillment center is such a weight off my shoulders. That's what I was telling you guys. Like, I need to get a trailer and go and
do
explore.
shit.
Yeah. And now I think I can.
And that's amazing. Congrats. That's a big stage.
Thank you.
Make sure we get that one with a fireplace, with a weight room, with a steam room, with a sauna.
I'll have to hit up the Baileys and ask them about that.
3 king beds. That's an inside joke. We were fucking with each other last night when we were with the Baileys, saying we had not seen each other's trailers and we were describing them to each other. And Rob's like, ours has a steam room, a sauna. And we're like, oh yeah, ours has a
fireplace.
And theirs actually does have a fucking fireplace.
Yeah, right?
We're like, we have 5 king beds, 3 bathrooms, 2 full showers, just full of shit. Yeah. That's not the case, by the way, at all.
We have a fireplace. It's under the stove.
It's a pilot.
Yeah, this light, huh? This big. You go get some s'mores.
It warms up. It warms up, bro. It's under the stove and it warms up. That's all I gotta say.
True. Oh man, that's hilarious. So let's talk about relationships now. We've touched on those. I've been with this dude, my homie, my lover, for a long time before we started business, and we grew up together. I was 19 when I met Paolo, but I know what work does. And I know what being passionate and being obsessed, which I don't think is a bad thing, does. And I think that I would probably be alone for the rest of my life, because I don't make it a part to socialize as much as I used to. I don't make it a part to do stuff for me. When I'm not around people, I usually don't look that great, you know. I don't put as much effort in anymore. But I do. I think it's an interesting space to be in, right? When you are running a successful business.
Yeah.
And relationships come at a price, and this doesn't mean like a significant other, but friends, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever. You know. I mean, my parents live in the same town as us, and there would be months and months and months that would go by when we wouldn't see him. Hadn't seen my brother for years, didn't go home and see anyone from England. Like, made a lot of choices on that, which I don't know if I regret or not, but now that we have more fluidity and more space to roam, I'll try and repair those relationships. But do you sound like you do from our conversations, make a really good point of having a social life and getting out there and doing things for yourself. So how do you balance that?
Yeah, and I think, a lot of my friends come from the industry too. I mean, we're like-minded. Yeah. So I make a lot of, like, we've made friends here, so I make a lot of friends, through the industry. I mean, in terms of family, they're all local. I don't see them as much as I should or want to. And I'd say that's both of our faults. Like, they're so local that it's like,
come back.
I can see them anytime I want, but then we don't see each other, But yeah, I think I've been very good at, even like Rob was saying yesterday, that, I can shut off at 4:00, and then I do go have, dinner with friends, go out on dates, go see my family when I want to. So in the beginning, when I needed to make sure that this was gonna work, my social life probably sucked. Yep.
But 4:00 is a great thing, and having your own business, that's amazing. I'm gonna take that and leave with that, because I don't stop, dude. Like, I don't set those hours unless when we used to work in separate spaces, I would, because the gym would be done and he would go home and then I would go home too.
But he would still be like, dude, get off your phone. Paulo, get off your phone. Hannah, enough of the phone.
But now that we're together all the time, like, I'm always working.
Yeah.
So.
And it's so easy too, because like I'll leave the office, and if I go home at that point, then I'm thinking about work. Like, will this go through? People are making stuff for me in China, and that's like their prime time is like 10, 11 o'clock at night my time.
That's
like,
when they run some messages like that.
Yeah, and then they send back, and like if I email them back immediately, they're going to email me back immediately, and that can make or break some deadlines sometimes. So, I mean, there are times that I can't shut off. And then, when I feel like that, I do feel burnt out. And I am able to stop that. Yeah.
I'm going to take that away for sure. I mean, we're talking about daily routines and morning routines, and Pally thought that would be cool to share, because I don't think we realize that there's a lot of common themes that I don't know what we want to call obsessed people do. I don't know what you call that.
High achievers.
High achievers, high performers. But share with us your kind of morning routine.
Yeah, I think my mornings are always the same, and then once after I'll get into my mornings, but after that stops, my mornings stop, then my day kind of like can take me different places. So that's why I'm glad I have that structure in the morning, and it's usually waking up at 5:45, 6 o'clock, drinking my cocktail of liquid IV, athletic greens, and then my Onnit supplements, vitamins. That's good. Yeah. So I'll have that every morning. I'll get my meals ready that are already prepped, and me and my dog head to the office.
Zoe.
Zoe. I literally drop her off at the office, probably take a piss, and then go right to the gym. And I'm there by 7 o'clock, and gym 7 to 8, 8:30, and then back to the office. And then at that point, it's when it turns into, I have 5 employees. One needs this, one needs this. I might have a meeting. I might have a phone call. I might have an off-site meeting. See what's going on in the warehouse. See if I need to do anything there. So then it turns into whatever at that point. But that morning workout, like if I don't get it, I feel weird. I feel off. I really need it. I do have my off days, but just having that structure, because if I try to go to the gym in the afternoon, it's not happening.
And then when it doesn't happen, you're like, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
Should have just done it in the morning.
And I have so much. No matter how tired I am when I wake up after the gym, I have so much energy.
Yeah.
And like getting through a workout, you feel like you can kill anything for the day.
Oh yeah.
Especially you. I'm not saying my employees don't work out, but like you're driving to the driving to the office, or you see your employees, you're like, you just didn't go through what I went through.
Yeah, right.
You know, like I just sweated my ass off while you were sleeping.
You gotta step ahead.
Yeah.
I feel like that when I wake up in the morning at like 4:30. You know, I'm like, I'm ahead today. I feel like there's a full day that happens before anyone fucking wakes up.
Yeah.
You know.
You became very good at waking up early, very early. Very early.
And that's funny
great.
because
You never were like that.
talk about how I used to sleep, babe.
You used to sleep all day. Meaning,
All day?
All day meaning
But I also
no.
bartended till like 5 in the morning.
Right. Only Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
But on the Mondays,
Speaking of which, can you grab me a?
Yeah, you want to
can you
press?
press up?
Let's press it.
We're doing press and jerks.
So we've got grapefruit and cardamom.
I like that one.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll take
We
my
have
chill.
another grapefruit and cardamom.
So you would get off at 5 a.m.
Club would close at 4. By the time it closed at 5, then I wanted to party. So then I would stay out.
Friday and Saturday was like that, but Monday to Friday, especially whenever we started fitness, she started fitness before me.
Yeah.
She would literally sleep until 11,
Yeah.
wake up, go to Starbucks, get an almond croissant, very berry hibiscus, and go to the 12 p.m. CrossFit class.
That was my first thing in the
And
day.
that's how she started the whole working out thing.
And then it was like, all right. And then I stuck to that for a while because then I bartended. Even when we had Pump Fit, I was still bartending.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Fucking crazy.
We did some hustling, man.
When was that? When was Pump Fit started?
2015?
December 2015.
Okay.
And I remember that not July. Was it? Around July 2015, because I was also bartending in the Tiki Bar where we met. I stopped bartending there. And then I'm like, fuck, I need some source of income.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Well,
like, fine.
why did you stop bartending there? Did you have another source of income?
At that point, bartending. That's it.
But why did you stop working?
Yeah. So how do you stop? How do you
Well, I don't
stop
know
your
why.
only source of income?
Dude, the owner had a bone with me. Remember that?
Yeah, it's a long story. Be real.
No, it's a long story. The owner had a bone with me.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how to do it.
He didn't like you. Why didn't he like you?
Dude, I used to work really hard. I don't know.
So it's a long, I'll tell you the story. So this is really funny.
He sounds like he should have liked you if he worked really hard.
I
Here's
did
the
work
thing.
really hard.
Paolo, if I try, I'm gonna sound like the wife that really loves you, but this is a really true story. Okay, so I don't know if I should say this. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Well, no names. No
peeled.
names. Yeah, I'm gonna peel it. So the place that we used to work at was a
Fine establishment.
fine establishment, and the owner. I hope they don't listen to this shit.
No. Look.
Yeah, no, fuck it. Who gives a shit?
Oh,
I'm gonna do it. I'm not saying any names. The owner used to love fucking all the girls.
word.
Sorry. And Paolo was hot. Like, he was so hot. Like, he
Still
was
am.
It still is, but like, back then there was no good-looking dudes in the bar. So every time Paolo would bartend, the girls would fucking love it. And the owner literally hated Paolo for being hot.
Had a bone. Had a
He had a
bone.
bone. I like that. Have you ever
Had
heard
a
that
bone.
before?
Yeah, for sure. He had a
Had a
bone.
bone?
He had a bone pick.
Bone and pick. I like it.
So,
Did you guys fight?
yeah, it got to a point.
No, he just literally would
It got to a
cutting his
point that he
shifts.
was like cutting shifts. I'm like, You know, yeah, we'll give you this one shift, like Monday afternoon. I'm like, I'm out. Get
Monday afternoon.
the fuck
Happy
out of
hour.
here. I'm out.
People starting their week.
Yeah, man.
And then I'm like, it's fine. If I'm not a bartending gig anywhere in town, it didn't work like that at all because it was summer. Yeah, that's right. It was exact summer. And summer is low because it's summer everywhere else in the country. And
too hot.
Florida, not even that, because Florida relies a lot on snowbirds. Snowbird? That's what they call it. So summer hits, dude, food and beverage industry goes really, really, really cools down until around October, November, and then shit pops up until April, May. So I started going everywhere and nothing. And not that it's a downgrade, but when you bartend, there's many things. I think you make more money. You don't have to run around table to table and dealing with like so many variables. You're behind a bar, you're doing your thing, and you meet people, and you kind of run the show. You know what I mean? And yeah, no bartending gigs. And then I'm like, fuck, man, I want to get a server job. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And that's where I got the server job at Louis Bossi.
The Italian
The
restaurant.
Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
It's fucking so good.
It's so
Amazing,
good.
man.
Oh man.
So good.
Great restaurant. If you guys
That's why,
ever follow
that's
it,
why we went there. You knew some of the guys there, right?
Yeah.
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 And the menu, so started working there. Oh, that was tough times.
Yeah.
That was tough times.
Fuck yeah.
I remember, dude, my first shift.
I'll never forget.
It was awful.
How much money did you come home with?
I worked the entire shift, 5 p.m. to like 11:30. Get home with $77. And I remember, holy fuck, I remember getting the envelope or like pulling it out of my pocket, parked the car in the garage, pull it out of my pocket, counted the money. I'm like, fucking A, man. Her?
What were those tips, or that was your
it.
whole paycheck? or
No,
something?
tips for the day.
Oh wow.
From 4 to 11, 5 to 11. And I mean, bartending, you would make 400,
Yeah.
500,
Yeah.
350 in a bad night, 300. And I remember coming home, laying in bed, and Hannah was asleep already, because it was weekday. And I think I broke down. I'm like, this fucking sucks. And you're like, are you okay? I'm like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm going through something right now because it's a lot of change.
Mm-hmm.
And for a man, like it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough times. And then I remember, actually, while I was doing this, in the weekends, there was a couple of weekends that I drove Uber.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the same shit.
Yeah.
I would
Come
work
home
from
with them.
10 to 6, 10 to 5, and come home with like 70 something bucks. I'm like, all right, just stick out with the server job. And
at that point, it was
started
like, he
getting
was like, I have to do something. Like, while you're going to work all night, he would work 10 p.m. till 5 a.m. And then he would come home with like $70, and I'd be coming home with so much money. It's like, don't even do that. Like, that's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
no, but we did. And then I stuck
know.
with Louis Bossy. Not Uber. Fuck Uber.
No, Uber was crazy.
I stuck with Louis Bossy. Started getting better. Slowly, the crew in the restaurant starts giving you better sections.
Did
and
you
this and that.
bartend there at all?
No. So, I remember when I was interviewing, the manager was like, I don't have a server job. I'm like, I'll bar back. She goes, no, I'll do a server job, bartend job. I'm like, I'll bar back until I can get a bartending job. And she goes, no, server. And I'm like, how long until I get a bartending job? She goes, I don't know. I'm like, what if I'm the best server on the floor? Would you promote me in 2 months? She goes, we'll see. And then funny enough, on my first 3 weeks, I got secret shopped.
Uh-huh.
And on that restaurant, the chef, Louis Bossy, the actual dude, the actual Louis Bossy, for every pre-shift, he comes in, talks about the menu, he quizzes like a handful of servers. Oh, describe this dish, describe that dish, one of those restaurants. And if you don't, 3 times, you're out.
Yeah.
And then they also do this whole speech like, oh, someone got secret chopped, and if you get 100, meaning the perfect serve, you get $100 before your shift, like just to stimulate people. And I got it. And it was weird because 2 weeks in a row, one, I got the $100, and the second one, I got a 98 on my thing. Mm-hmm. And then immediately they're like, oh, this dude is legit. And then we're about to open Pump Fit. A few months later, it was 4 months in, maybe 4.5. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to put my 2 weeks in. Why? I'm like, I'm going to open a gym in downtown if you guys want to come work out with us.
Nice. Get that first sale.
And she goes, no, we'll get your bar back spot. I'm like, no, I'm out, and hopefully I'll never be back.
Yeah.
Not to this industry. I'll be back as a customer.
Yeah.
Because I like everyone
That was
here.
wild time.
And that's happened, yeah.
And then you would commit to the Friday and Saturday classes because I was still fucking working.
So
And I would cry
yeah.
before I went to my work shifts. Literally cry.
do you think if you got that bartending job to start that you'd ever open up Pump Fit?
Oh, no, it was already in the works. We were already under construction.
Oh, okay. It was already happening.
Yeah.
It was already happening.
Wild. Wild times, man.
Already happening? No. We were freaking looking for a building, right?
Well, I
Because we
don't
got
know.
the building so, like,
October we got the building.
Yeah,
in-
no,
in
but like we
December.
found the building
And
like
built it all
September.
ourselves
Yeah.
with my parents
Yeah.
and one of Paolo's friends that
Yeah.
now is so successful. But he helped us. We drove around town, stole plywood crates from the backs of dumpsters and shit, treated the wood, and then they just like glued and hammered it all up there.
Yeah.
Everything. We laid the floors. Yeah, it's wild. Good times, man.
That's good.
Yeah. We got dirty, down and dirty. We like doing that. That's
Oh,
what it's all
that's-
about. Same with you guys, man. Packing every boxes, getting your hands dirty.
You have to.
Success
You have
doesn't come from laziness, you know? It just doesn't.
And your employees aren't going to respect you if
No.
you don't, if they don't think that you know what
Fuck,
you're making
yeah.
them do. You know,
Right.
Like if I can't pack a box, like how am I going to tell this guy
Yeah.
to pack a box?
We were just listening to that 5-minute podcast the other day in the morning from the Daily Stoic. And it was saying like how to lead and how to have people like stay hungry or something, right? Or I've forgotten what it was. How to lead and how to manage or something. It's like if you want to teach someone something, you have to lead by example. So just do what you do and people will continue to do that too.
Yeah.
And do the best at what you do. And don't ever think that you're in a position where you don't need to do anymore. Just
Yeah.
keep doing,
Yeah.
right? Well, tell us about where these people can find you, find information about Gainz Box, and you know,
Subscribe.
all that good stuff.
Yeah. So our website is thegainsbox.com, and our Instagram is Gainsbox, not the. That was
Cool.
not taken yet. And yeah, like we said, the box is $99 plus shipping, and right now the Q3 box is on sale till September 1st.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too, man.
Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Yes. Thank you. And thank you so much for being here, bro.
Of course, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
Now we're gonna play some Monopoly.
Yeah, and I'm going to win, and we're going to get pressed.
You guys have a good one.
Press
Stay
up.
sugar free. We'll see you next time.